no more than an hour and 30 minutes west of Albuquerque, New Mexico, sitting on the Continental Divide, is a place of wonder and amazement. But at this location, the landmass is like a time capsule. A time capsule that shows us historical and geological evidence of a time that is hard to visually comprehend. A time when human life was nowhere to be found in this area, showing us a world that was created by fire some 10,900 years ago. Welcome to the Bandera Volcano and Ice Cave.
How you doing, everybody? It's Rob from TOL Photography, and we are in New Mexico. We're here at the Bandera Volcano and Ice Caves, and with me here is David, and he's going to explain some information about how this, I guess, the Bandera Caves and the Bandera Volcano and the caves came about. So, Dave.
Okay, so more or less, I'm fifth generation. So if you look over here, Sylvester Mirabal, he's my great-great-grandfather. He owned the land and he was a land baron. He had over 200,000 acres at one point. He was one of the largest landowners in the Southwest.
Wow.
So he had a bunch of kids. His daughter, Prudencia Mirabal, married Manuel Candelaria. They had a son, David Candelaria, my grandfather. He was in the Navy in World War II. He came out here in 1946. His mom, Prudencia, brought him. He was... here's him at 27, but he had a young daughter. He had a baby, Janet, my mom's oldest sister. So they had a young baby, and this is Dave and Reddy, and that's Dave at 27, and Reddy's over here, and Dave and Reddy are up here, and they're all over the history wall. But so basically, they came out here with their young daughter. Prudencia said, "What do you think of this place? You know, would you like to settle out here?" And so they fell in love with it. This was a bar and a saloon, actually, in the 30s.
Oh,
this was a dance hall and a saloon. So they used to harvest the ice to keep the drinks cold.
Oh, that's amazing.
He converted that section over there into a trading post. This section was actually his home. This was my mom and her sister's bedroom right here, this museum room. And they had no water, no well, no electricity. And, I mean, I'm not sure exactly when they got electricity, but I know they had got the well in the late 60s. So for 20 plus years, they were gathering water from a spring across the road about 2 miles away, or they were melting snow or ice on the wood stoves, basically.
That's amazing.
So very, very, rustic, simple living. But yeah, he converted this into a trading post. He cut the trails. He built the stairs down to the ice caves.
Which we will be looking at in just a few minutes.
Yeah, you'll see soon as you head down there. And he basically, everyone thought he was crazy because he predated the national parks, the national monument in New Mexico. In the 40s, New Mexico was a very barren. We're out in the middle of nowhere now, so you can imagine 70 years ago, really out in the middle of nowhere. Everyone thought he was crazy. They were like, New Mexico's not a tourism state, And funny enough, now it really is. It is a tourism state. So he, was ahead of his time for sure. He had the vision, and he lived here and ran this place until I think it was 2011 when he passed away. And then my mom and her two sisters, which here's a picture when they were younger, but my mom and her two sisters, they inherited it. The older sister, Janet, which is the young one here, she passed away in 2018. And we're in the process right now, actually, of dividing the trust in thirds and selling off about 2/3 to satisfy the other family members. And then my mom's going to keep about 950 acres to keep the business intact.
Fantastic. That's great. Well, you know what? I mean, with all these artifacts that we've got in here, it is incredible. I mean,
take a look around. All these pots were found on this property, in and around the ice caves and the lava, and they date back 800 to 1200 years. All the local Pueblo Indians, the Acoma, Navajo, Zuni, Anasazi, so basically they would all kind of use the cave as a resource, you can imagine, because out here in the desert where the water was scarce, they had to do what they had to do to get by. And so once they knew about that, they're nomadic, but in the summer they would come here, in the winter they would head farther south basically. And but yeah, they would habitate here. And
this is really, really impressive.
Amazing how well it's all held up over the years. Think about things nowadays, like this pot is that same pot that he's got in this picture right here. You can see it.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, most definitely.
They knew what they were doing back then. They don't make it like they used to. That's what I always say.
That's most definite. Well, you know what? I gotta no, sorry, what were you gonna say?
This is a neat little thing too, this boot gun that they found down in that burlap sack in a crevasse in the lava. You can imagine the only reason you'd probably put that out in a crevasse in the lava is probably because you did something unscrupulous with it.
Oh,
You
that's
know?
incredible.
So,
that's a boot gun. You know,
yeah,
you've seen them in the westerns, but I've never actually seen one up close.
yeah, it's just a little snub nose, like where they sawed off basically the barrel so you can stuff it in a boot and it not be as visible, yeah, so.
That's incredible.
Very
Holy
neat.
smokes.
We've also got a bighorn sheep skull down there, which those are now extinct. They used to use the volcano to corral those and hunt them, the Native Americans did, yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
So,
Well,
yeah.
I got to tell you, thank you very much for your time. We really appreciate it. We're looking forward to actually going out and doing some hiking now.
Yep. And now you got some history background, so you
Exactly.
appreciate it a little bit more.
Exactly. Well, I got to tell you, this is just in here alone is fascinating enough. But this is definitely a great place to come to. It's one of the Harvest Host locations. So if you're traveling down this way or anywhere in the New Mexico area, definitely drop into the Bandera, Volcano, and Ice Caves. Talk to David. He's a wealth of information. Really, really great. Thank you very much for your time,
You're
David.
welcome.
That was
Thanks
really
for coming.
great. And all the best from TOL Photography, guys. We'll see you soon. We're just on our way to Mesa, and we'll be there in a couple of days. Ciao. So we're out here now. We're just walking trails towards the ice caves, and it's just incredible. Just the amount of volcanic ash that's here on the ground from millions of years ago. It's just unbelievable, and the scenery is just incredible.
Look at that. Oh my goodness.
And there are divots like that all over the place, like just right here too, with this piece of leftover tree. You can see it's been just scorched. It's incredible. So I just found this really neat little cave here. I'm just going to walk over here and check it out. And it's information that is really kind of interesting, is that back in the day, Indians that were living in the area would hunker down in these caves and live. It's unbelievable. Like the forms that are left after the lava cooled is just incredible. Well, I'm going to make my way out now, and we're going to walk our way down to the ice cave. This is what I've been waiting for.
Is John down there? Is it neat? Oh, wow.
Going down.
I'm going to get a picture of the stairs with my camera coming up.
Yeah, definitely. Good idea.
I want one. Hey, Bob.
Hey, Karen. Pretty incredible.
Is that not cool?
This is just... This one particular area is actually a habitation. It's an ancient ruins that was actually used by the Pueblo Indians. It's incredible. You can actually still see the pathway that they use to actually enter into their home. And then the circumference of it, all built with lava rock. That's just it's fascinating. They told us at the office that there is a storm moving in. They're actually predicting snow for tonight. So we want to get ourselves out of here and over to, I think it's Holbrook, where we're going to. It's our last stop before we get to Mesa. Just look at this landscape. So that's pretty incredible. Just behind me here, we've got a little bit of a rainbow happening. We've got some storm clouds moving in, so I think we're probably going to skip making it to the top of the trail here. The winds have picked up drastically. So, not too sure if we're going to make it there or not. Now that whole lower section where you saw the rainbow, that's where we're driving to after we leave here. So it's definitely raining down there right now. So hopefully by the time we leave here, the rain will be up here, we'll be down there, And the sun that we got here will be down there. Fingers crossed. But this place is incredible. It's a good hike. Visually, like I've been saying, it's just outstanding. So, as a place to come to as a Harvest Host member, to hang out and spend the evening, it's incredible. There's just so much to take in around here.